What is going on? What is going on?
What the
Welcome
hell was
back
that?
to another episode of Ballas. I'm B Wise.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell was that. Why it take 3 minutes for an intro, man?
It's a minute and 18 seconds, brother. First off, it was a minute and 18 seconds. It's a minute and 18, and it didn't. It's my other one. It's the other one I had. It didn't have all the fancy graphics and all that kind of stuff in the countdown. And I want to give people time to get in here, get the notification on their phone, come in and check us out. Damn, can we be great?
I
was watching the thing at the bottom, like fill up. So I was like, oh, when they get to the end, it's much to come on with. This move here.
Hey, look. All right, I cut it to 20 seconds.
He's a middle of scratching his ass, and they just come through. Like, wait, I won't say, hey, whoa, no warning or nothing.
Oh, how y'all doing tonight, fellas?
They're great, man. It's great to be back. Great to be back.
Twins scored 2 runs. I can't complain, brother.
We had a lot going on. All of us. I know B Wise especially. So yeah, before we get into it tonight, just thoughts and prayers still to B Wise, you and your family. I know y'all were going through a rough patch there.
Yes.
This is primarily the reason why we haven't been on in a little while. But everyone's here now. I think we're all good to go, and good show. Good show.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
A lot to talk about. Absolutely.
And I just want to say shout out to y'all support. I appreciate y'all, all my brothers that checked in and dove into us in our time. And I want to say, God is amazing. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. And just pray for everybody that's been a victim of some kind of violence or death. It's been a lot of death and violence and everything going on. So I just want to pray for people who've been involved in all of it, because it's crazy out here. But yeah, I don't want to get too much into that. We back. And with us being back, we are talking about why good faith debates matter. We're going to get into that a little bit later. We're going to touch on some things we haven't touched on before. Pause that. And yeah. Let's get into it. The first 20, fellas.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know where y'all want to start with it. Y'all want to go to Bud, college football?
Let's talk about Bud, man.
Let's go to Bud.
First, I just want to mention something to the fighting promoters. You do realize the majority of people in the United States live on the East Coast, right? It makes no damn sense.
I knew he was.
It makes no damn sense why that fight started at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, really?
12:45 technically.
No, motherfucker, that shit said 1 o'clock when I looked at my phone.
I'll sleep.
Yeah, I dozed off the first round. Like if Bud didn't spice it up that second, third round, I probably wouldn't have made it through the fight. But like Vegas, come on now. So that means that's what 10 o'clock Vegas time. Like start that shit at 8 Eastern time. I mean that's just what it is. Western time, it's gonna be daylight when y'all advance. That was all had these fights on the East Coast.
Either that, or maybe they should get some arenas on the East Coast. So they can sanction some fights instead of doing them all in Vegas.
They got a lot of them.
Yeah, they got
got
one. They used to have
Atlanta,
them out in New York. I don't know why they
Atlanta,
stopped
New
fighting.
York.
Yeah, I don't know why they stopped fighting in New York. Now it's just like
Oh,
Vegas is the only spot they'll fight in now.
Well, knowing that definitely pisses me off now.
well,
Yeah, but yeah, that
Cleveland
was.
getting new stadiums, Buffalo getting new stadiums. We
And
may.
then the interest just took off. I'm like, what are they doing? Like,
I,
but anywho, I'm sorry.
I
I
I
just had to.
heard that I heard that the fight before Bud Crawford and the Vargas one was a snooze, like a snooze fest, but the second prelim,
Yeah, that was
it
awesome.
was good
Yeah, that was
to
awesome.
draw. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that was awesome.
All right, so let's get into while we own the Bud and the Floyd. Let's get into something that Brother Miles brought up. Y'all
Oh
can
yeah,
see it.
I wait
Well,
for
we
this.
gotta talk about the fight first. He spelled
Oh,
Floyd
you
wrong.
go ahead talk.
Oh, I gotta wait longer. Oh my god.
Well, I gotta wait. I mean,
He
I spell Floyd how I want to spell Floyd.
Okay, but
His
no,
mama call him
man.
Floyd. I call him Floyd.
Oh wow, for Lloyd. All right,
Call him Floyd.
Flyoid.
It looked wrong when I was looked at. Like this look wrong.
Wow.
Yeah, but you
That's
know,
all right,
Floyd is
man.
a name I
I'm
can't never
dyslexic.
spell either. I got to double check when I spell Floyd.
I'm
Something about that
dyslexic
O and
too.
that
It's
Y
okay.
just fucks me up. But
Nobody even noticed. It's okay.
yeah, but yeah, man. Like Bud Crawford, I am a believer. Um, I just did not want to see. Shout out to Wap, by the way, because Wap called this fight 2 years ago when he fought Arrow. He was like, "Watch, Bud gonna fight Canelo," and I thought that was crazy. But man, Bud, he put on a show. He put on a show. He talented wise, he might be one of the most talented. He's probably the most talented boxer in his generation. And me personally, I think he's better than Floyd. I think he's better than Floyd. I think what messed Bud up, he couldn't get the fights that he couldn't get the big fights. Not be going his end because they just wouldn't give it to him. Maybe I don't think he had the cachet. Bud doesn't have the personality that Floyd has. Bud just he about his business. He keeps low key, and that's it. But and that really doesn't mesh with boxing because you have to sell the fight.
Mm-hmm.
But when you in the ring, Bud is a different animal, man. I was nervous about this fight, and he made Canelo look like an amateur. I mean, Canelo was frustrated all night, and I think we saw that in that 12th round punch when Canelo was like, "What the hell was that?" That was that, man, Bud. If I was Bud, I'd retire, man. I mean, go out on top. Go out on top.
So, what is he? The second? He's the first male, but the second person to have a championship in what, four different divisions?
Four
Three
different
different divisions.
divisions, and he's a 3-time undisputed in three weight
So,
classes.
so the first male to do it, I think Clarissa Seal said she was the first person to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man, and it's just crazy. Like you bump up not one, not two. No, was it 2 or 3 weight class? I think it was 2 weight classes. Because he was what 147 when he fought Arrow.
Yeah, so he went up to what 68, ain't it?
Yeah, so he went up. So he went to 154, 160. Yeah, so 2 weight classes. That's unheard of. You don't know how you're gonna carry all that weight. It's gonna slow you down.
Yeah, much easier. I feel like to lose weight than it is to gain it.
But do y'all think he probably walk around at 168, 180? If you think.
Well, can you imagine when Canelo walks around? Because remember, there was no catch weight. There was no catch weight in this fight. There was no hydration clause. So Canelo was probably 170, 180 in the fight.
Bitch.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know I don't know because he's not very tall. He's what 5'6".
Yeah.
So he's not very tall, but yeah, I definitely I didn't think he was gonna be Arrow. I definitely didn't think he was gonna be Canelo, and he proved me wrong in both.
I got somebody background coming through.
I think he can. I think he'll beat Floyd. I think he's better than Floyd. Floyd never wanted to fight the big fight. He probably waited whether they was before they was in their prime or after their prime. He never fought them in the peak of their prime, except for maybe Zab Judah. But and Zab Judah, they claim Zab Judah won that fight. But
Jab Zuda.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right, fellas. We 10 minutes into our first 20. Well, no, we not. I think it's probably about 5 minutes. Um, what y'all think about Canelo saying Bud is better than Floyd?
I agree.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to argue much with that. It's based off the facts that Mallz just gave.
Yeah.
Are we running it back or?
Uh, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Me personally, if I was Bud, I hang it up, man. You're 37 years old. You just had another baby. I think your oldest child is about to graduate from high school, man. Be a family man. Go back to Omaha. You made enough money.
Man,
Right?
go fight Jake Paul, get 150 million before you get out.
Yeah, you gimmick fights, you get way more money.
Yeah, that's not. I wouldn't go see that, but
Like Tyson and Mayweather, like that's gonna be.
so
Well,
is that legit? Is that really gonna happen?
I don't know because I just saw something today that said Javante and Jake Paul they haven't even filed for like the boxing licenses in Atlanta, so they sitting here promoting a fight that ain't even official yet. So I don't know. I don't know if it's just money grabs, man.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So my thing is, Javante, you still fight. Why don't you fight Shakur Stevenson? Like he don't think he'll make enough money over that?
Shakur called out Timo or what's his name at the
Timo
fight.
Lopez.
Yeah, they was going back and forth after the fight.
Mm, I guess. Oh no,
All right.
man. I think boxing. That's the issue I have with boxing. The best never fights the best. That's why I love Dana White. He will always have to fight. The best fighters fight each other, but it is what it is.
All right. Let's move to this one. Trigga. You watching them right
Yeah,
now?
yeah. Um, bullpen. That is the problem with this team. The starters, for the most part, given everything that's happened over the years, losing Garrett Cole when the season started, losing Clark Smith halfway through the season, both of them to Tommy John surgery. Us trying to scramble and put together a rotation. We had a reliever in the rotation at one point who did pretty well, but then he got hurt. We brought up Cam Schlittler, who has been great and also has been so good that he may be the third starter come postseason time. Behind Freed and Carlos Rodon. That's how good he's been pitching. But the Yankees' issues has been the bullpen, and it has been the bullpen for a long time. And I really can't blame the organization for going out and getting the players that they got to place in the bullpen to upgrade the bullpen because they did on paper. But at some point, these guys got to come out here and perform. Like you can blame the manager, but for so long, you can blame organization in the front office, but for so long, when these guys don't come out here and do what they're supposed to do, and it's gone on for far too long. There's not one single guy in the bullpen right now, outside of our closer, David Bednar, that I would trust in any situation in any given point in the game when the bullpen is out there. I just don't trust them. Um, it makes no sense. Yeah, I know I texted you guys last night. The Yankees had a 10-1 lead on the Minnesota Twins. 10-1. And the final score of that game was 10. They were up 2 runs going into the ninth inning. And then we gave up another run in the ninth inning, made it a 1-run game, and they barely got out of it with just a 1-run win. They were up 10-1. 10-1, y'all. 10-1. And almost lost to the Twins, who've been eliminated from playoff contention. And that was our bullpen. Like, our starter gave up 4 runs, but the bullpen gave up 6. I'm sorry, 5. So that's what they've been doing. Like, the bullpens come in. They gave up 9 runs in back-to-back games against the Detroit Tigers. First 2 games of that series last week that we lost. When Detroit scored double digits on us in both of those games, the bullpen came in 2 games in a row and gave up 9 runs in both games. 18 runs total from the bullpen. This is just going to equate to an early exit from the playoffs if they don't clean it up. And I mean quick, fast, and in a hurry. I'm not worried about the offense. I'm not worried about our starting pitching. I'm worried about our relievers. That is going to be what makes or breaks this team. Because we got the talent. You know, we're deep. Like, we got plenty of players. We got a lot of guys who can come in and play multiple positions. Oh, Luis Hill. We got a lot of guys who can come in and play multiple positions. We got the starting pitching is decent enough. Behind Freed and Rodon, they've tightened things up. But our relievers, Luke Weaver's been trash. Fernando Cruz has been trash. Devin Williams has been trash. Tim Hill has been trash. Everybody, Ryan Yarbrough has been trash. Camille Duvall has been trash. Big trash. He was one of the big relievers that we went and picked up at the deadline that was supposed to come in and change life for the Yankees. And every time he goes out there, he gives up runs. I don't think he's pitched a clean inning yet in the Yankees uniform. Hasn't happened. So we got a lot of guys right now who are unreliable, and I don't know how it's going to. I don't know how. I just don't see, and they're not giving me any hope that it's going to get any better right now. And we're down to the last few games. Like, I'll be headed up to Baltimore here in a couple of days to go witness a couple of games in person and see what they do against the Orioles. But it's been hard to watch this bullpen pitch. It really has. But that's really the biggest thing right now that's plaguing us. If I had to say something good about this team right now, Aaron Judge has finally seemed like he's in a rhythm. He had been struggling for quite some time coming back off the elbow injury. He's back out in right field right now. He's no longer designated hitter, although they have been working him into that role here and there just to kind of preserve his arm because they still don't know if he's going to have or need a procedure done on it. But he has been playing out in right field more, which has put Giancarlo Stanton back in his DH role on the days that he does play. But Aaron Judge is looking a lot better offensively. He's been swinging the bat well. He still leads the major in batting average and OPS. Like I said, our starters have been good. And there's been other guys offensively who've been stepping up. Cody Bellinger has been a menace on both sides of the ball. He's probably our best defensive player. He's made some great plays and continues to do so out in the field, no matter where you play him. You know, he's played center, he's played left, he's played right, he's played first base this year, and he's thrived, made plays at all those positions. Trent Grisham has been a great player, great center fielder, one of the best center fielders in baseball. He's kind of morphed into our leadoff hitter. We didn't really have a leadoff guy. He's kind of assumed that role now because he has great at bats. He's patient. He doesn't chase a lot. He takes his walks, and he's a power hitter too. He's continued to hit home runs at a ridiculous pace. So, you know, you got guys like him, you know, Ben Rice, Jazz Chisholm at times, Stanton, who had a hot streak. All these guys are, you know, I'm not worried about the bats. Like, the Yankees still average. I think they lead the majors in runs per game. If they don't lead them, they're in the top three. So I'm not worried about offense. I'm just worried about the bullpen and how Boone manages the bullpen. But
All
that's pretty
roads
much
lead to
all
the
I
Red
got.
Sox. We
You
know
know,
that.
I'm proud of them for going 7-5 in the gauntlet because I remember saying, you know, they need to at least win 6 games. If they can go 500 against those teams, you know, that will be acceptable. But they won 7. I was like, if they win 8 games, even great. But 7-5, I'll take that. The only series they lost was to Detroit, and obviously the bullpen was the reason why we lost that series. But they look good against the Astros. They look good against the Red Sox. They look good against the Blue Jays. They took 2 out of 3 against all of those teams. And I think that was a good sign going into the playoffs. And I said that, depending on what the Yankees do against those four teams, how they fare after those 12 games is going to tell me a lot. And although the bullpens played like doo-doo, they still found a way to go 7-5 against those teams. So that's why I say if they tighten up, we can do some damage in the playoffs. But if they continue to play the way they've been playing when we get to the postseason, we're not going to go far. So although it was an encouraging sign that they won those games against those teams, those teams will all be in the postseason, there were still some things, mainly the bullpen, that concerned me. And we need to get right. And hopefully these games against Minnesota, Chicago, and 2 series against the Orioles to close out the season will help us kind of find ourselves and get right. I believe it was those series against the Nationals and the White Sox. I think we played after we had lost 2 out of 3 to Boston last month. We had a 7-game stretch against some bad teams right before we hit the gauntlet, and the Yankees won 6 out of 7 of those games. I strongly believe that those games they were able to work through some things and work out some things to where they could get themselves back into a mode of playing to where they were capable of playing like a contender. And they won 2 out of 3 against Houston. That was big. 2 out of 3 against Toronto. That was big. Lost 2 out of 3 to the Tigers. And then they won 2 out of 3 against the Red Sox. So that was a big game for us. And now I'm hoping that these last 11, 12 games, 10 games that we got, we can clean up some things. And by the time the playoffs start, when we start playing the good teams again, they'll do the same thing they did when they went in that gauntlet and they start playing good baseball. So that's pretty much it. I'm a little bit higher on them than I previously was, but we're still not out the woods yet. I'm still not crowning them. I'm still not saying that they're going to be a World Series team. I need to see better from this bullpen before I give them any type of, hey, they could actually go all the way this year.
You know who I need to see better from? The Matoka Warriors and the Carolina Panthers. I need to see better. Both of them 0-2.
Oh my goodness.
Are you going to the Matoka game Friday?
No, hell no.
I was about to say, do you know who they going up against Friday?
Is it Dinwiddie?
Nah, they going up against Louisa.
Oh, that's number 1 running back in the state.
Number 1 running back in the country. Oh, he about to go for 400 yards, man.
Oh my goodness.
David Wilson all over again.
Yeah, he going for 400 yards and 7 tutties. And maybe
in the first half. That'll be the first half.
Come on, we got to get it together, Matoka. Speaking of 700 touchdowns in the first half. Sorry. It's my first day, y'all. I'm sorry.
Hey, me too.
What is going on with me?
In the words of Wizard Kelly, you fired.
We got top 5 college football. What has y'all thoughts been on college football so far? And this is the top 5 matchups I pulled from this weekend.
Well, Florida State doing good, so I'm loving them right now. They number 7 in the country. They beat Alabama. They beat I don't remember who they played. They beat whoever 77-3.
Yeah, it don't even matter.
Castellanos, man. I'm trying to tell you, them Seminoles be back. Now,
he didn't even know his name before the season.
He didn't. He really didn't.
He didn't even know his name before the season.
I didn't. Nope. I ain't know his name till me and you played college football. I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? And you had to tell me.
But he really didn't know his name until after they beat who did y'all play week 1?
Alabama.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But no, man, I'm loving college football. Like I said, I love the scheduling. Unfortunately, I missed the Georgia-Tennessee game. I heard it was good.
It was very similar to the Cowboys-Giants game.
Yeah, okay. It was.
We just need more of these ranked teams playing each other.
Very high scoring and went to overtime both games. I was stressed by the time the weekend ended, boy. I tell you, I was stressed between the Yankees and the Red Sox and Cowboys, Giants, Georgia, Tennessee, and them getting. Oh my goodness, man! I was losing my damn mind.
No, the Cowboys, they don't stress me no more. I ain't even watched that game. I watched it on Red Zone.
We're gonna get to it. We gonna get to it.
But man, college football, man, I'm loving where it's going. I love Miami being top 5. So hopefully when them and Florida State play, they're both top 10.
Ooh, game
I
day.
love it. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. They play. I want to say they play either mid-October or Halloween weekend. I can't remember. But yeah, I'm loving college football right now. I probably put it above the NFL, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Trigga?
I'm loving how the season's going so far. I love all the upsets we've seen the first couple weeks. Like we got some teams that we projected to probably be there in the end that are already shaky. They lose another game. That might do them in, but because they've expanded it to 12 teams, 2 losses might not necessarily knock a team out of the running to be in the playoffs at the end. So, but it's been interesting, seeing Alabama regress to where they are after years and years of seeing them on top. It's been weird, but I've been loving it because I'm a Georgia fan and I hate Alabama. I respect them and everything they've done, though, obviously. But yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing, with the upsets and the competitiveness. Georgia had 2 cupcake games to start the season, first 2 weeks, and then right in the conference play to the SEC. And we know how vicious the Southeastern Conference can be, whether the teams are ranked or not. Those guys, they just tough. They're really tough. And
Like the ACC.
I'm not saying that they're better than the ACC or the Big Ten or any other division. I'm just saying we know the SEC is tough. So we saw that perfect example game against Tennessee. I was very nervous about that game going in. We were on the road, which is typically if an upset's going to happen, it typically happens where the home team is the underdog. They got the home fans behind them. I felt that energy when that game came on, seeing that stadium packed like it was. I was like, oh yeah, if this is the time for Tennessee to win this game. Georgia was a little shaky last week, the week before too, in the game against uh, Austin P or whoever, however you pronounce the name. They were very shaky in that game. We blew out Marshall, but they didn't reassure anything in week 2 against that opponent. So I was very nervous going into the Tennessee game. I would not be surprised if Georgia lost this game, and it looked like they were headed that way because they were down 21-7. But it was early, and I got to give Kirby Smart credit. He's one of the best, if not the best coach in college football when it comes to making in-game adjustments when adjustments after halftime. So this team continued to play. They continued to fight. Um, Tennessee scored, I think, on their first 3 possessions before they finally were able to figure something out, and they kind of, halted them a little bit. And then, Georgia was able to take the game to overtime, thankfully, because Tennessee missed the potential game-winning field goal 43 yards out, shanked it to the right, and Georgia took advantage in overtime and walked out of there with a victory they probably shouldn't have gotten. Um, but I'm glad they won it. Nevertheless, things happen for a reason. They had a chance to close the game out. They didn't. Georgia took advantage, so I got to give them credit for doing that and coming out of a tough environment with a win. We're off this week, which gives me one less thing to stress over. So I can focus on some baseball. I can focus on the Cowboys on Sunday. Um, and then next weekend, we got Alabama. And it feels like no matter where Alabama's at on the when it comes to the rankings, they always give Georgia a run for their money. It doesn't matter if Georgia's ranked ahead of them, below them, if they're not ranked. The game is in Athens or if it's in Tuscaloosa, Alabama is going to give us a run for our money. They just always do. So just like the Tennessee game, I'm expecting to go into that game and be nervous because I know, this team, they have not looked great at all, but they're going to look great against Georgia because they always do. So I'm prepared for that, and I'm hoping Georgia can win another dogfight, no pun intended, and we'll see what happens next weekend. But as far as all the other teams go, I've enjoyed watching, Miami. Carson Beck, obviously, he's what he's done for Georgia. I've been following him, and they look really good. They look really good. Texas, Arch Manning, boy, not good. Not good. He's like, yeah. I don't see what others see in him as far as having him as a first round draft pick. Like he needs to go to school every year that he can. And he need a red shirt every year. He could his next 7 to 8 seasons need to be in a college uniform if he can help it. So, but I just don't see like something crazy's got to happen for him to like win me over because I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't think Texas is gonna go that far this year because of his play. Unless his backup, comes in and plays better than him because they did that to Quint Ewers. He got hurt, but then there was some times where they put Manning in when they could have had Ewers out there, and I told y'all then last year that in the few times that we saw Arch Manning, I wasn't impressed. But I was trying to give him a chance. I was like, we only saw him for a little bit last year. I don't want to use that small sample to make a judgment on him and say that that's how he is just based off a few games. So like, I'm gonna give him some time. He didn't look great against Ohio State. He absolutely killed the team the week after that. I think it was it UTEP? I think they
ITT.
played somebody week 2, and then this past weekend he was terrible. They still won the game, but he was terrible against a team that he should have put up numbers against. So I can only imagine him playing against a better team, better competition, what that's going to look like. And I'm not encouraged by what I saw, and I'm not. I don't think that. I just don't. I just don't see it with him, man. I don't know. I just don't. I never did. I think now other people are starting to take notice finally, but it's still a long season. Still a lot of games left. The competition will get tougher, and we'll see what he does. When it matters. But Texas might be on the outside looking in. If he don't get it together, don't be surprised. You heard it here first.
Um, my college football take is F college football because Virginia Tech fired their coach. So
Mike Vick, where you at?
Mike Vick, hey, we said it. Mike Vick coming to Virginia Tech. I'm putting it into the
But just
ether.
like
Y'all
Arch
heard it here
Manning, is
first.
Mike Vick the answer? Because he's struggling in Nova State.
Just give me Byron
Yeah,
Leftwich and
that
Steve Wills.
They
that was
should
the
have.
only other thing I was thinking about too. I was like, if Mike Vick let go at Norfolk State, for not being successful, who else would want to jump on him with that resume?
The
I
man
just need
got one
eyeballs.
win, and that one win came against a D2 school where they was down.
Virginia State, they beat Virginia State, didn't they?
Yeah, but that's the team I'm talking about. And they went into overtime.
Virginia State a good team though.
All right, but Nova State is D1.
What that mean? They don't got D1 athletes.
Well, yeah, they do. That's why they D1. They may not got the D1 coaching, but I mean, Mike Vick ain't never coached before. I don't know why everybody jumped on his train.
Deshaun Watson, not Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Jackson 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing one. I mean, we'll see.
You wouldn't put Vic as a figurehead at Virginia Tech, get some good coordinators under him, and let him recruit the Tidewater area and bring Virginia Tech back.
What was the biggest knock on Michael Vick when he was in Atlanta? Do you know?
I,
He
I
was
didn't
the
like.
last person in, the first person out. He never studied. Mike Vick he tells stories how he would leave practice and put his playbook in the trunk and would never open it. Does he have the work ethic to work 18-hour days, 17-hour days, go on campus and eat with the fellows in the cafeteria, talk about football? Does he have that mentality? Is yet to be seen.
$10 million to change your mind.
He might,
I said $10 million to change your mind.
And we forget too now. And when Mike Vick was playing, like he was a young athlete that was making money. So of course, that franchise was built around him. So he knew no matter what he did, he was basically untouchable.
Yeah,
Bro, Trent Grisham is a fucking beast. But anywho, athletes, I feel like every athlete, when they're young in their careers, they do little things. They make stupid mistakes. they don't really quite get the work ethic until later on. And when they kind of matured, when they kind of been through the process, when it gets taken away from them and they have a chance to reflect, you know, that can make a man much more committed and make him not want to commit those same mistakes because you get older, you get wiser. And I think Mike Vick, I've seen a lot of interviews that he's done and, statements he's made and things that he's talked about when it's come to, his situation in Atlanta, where, obviously we know what happened. He gets removed from there. He had to go away for a little bit because of, his situation. And when you have that time away from football, you think about these things. And, I found it hard pressed for him to come back and get into the same habits. So while he may not have been the best student of the game and had the best work ethic as a young player, because he had the mentality that, I ain't got to do everything that everybody else has to do because, I'm Mike Vick. They're going to play me regardless, whether I know the playbook or not. I think that after you've had that mentality and you kind of learned from that, you made your mistakes from that, especially now with him being a grown man and having a bunch of kids under him that could potentially make the same mistakes. I think that would keep him in the mode of, all right, now I got to put in the work. I got to stay late. I got to come in early because those are things I didn't do beforehand. And, not having that discipline, put me in a place that I didn't want to go back to. Not saying that if you don't do that, it's going to lead you down the path that he went down. But I'm thinking that, little things like that, discipline, practicing those things, it keeps you on a straighter path. So I would think he had a responsibility for these kids to put in the work and prepare them and do the things that he wasn't doing when he was a player so that people don't make the same mistakes that he made. But I think a man can grow and learn from his past and the things he did. There's some things as an athlete that I wish I had done differently when I look back on my college basketball career. Absolutely there is. And if I were to coach a basketball team now, I would put things in place to make sure that, my guys didn't make the same mistakes, that I made. So
I heard it
life is
here
all
first.
about growth.
You make some
Mike
great
going to
points.
coaching.
Yeah, life is all about growth, man. Like, we all do dumb shit and we don't take things as seriously when we're young. But once we get older, we kind of mature a little bit. We kind of get it. And then we kind of, we play that unk role like, yeah, I see you coming up and doing this. Like, let me take you over here and show you how this is supposed to be done. Don't make the
Show
same
you how
mistake
you
I
do it,
did.
yeah, blood.
Don't do what I did. I already did it. I lived through it. I've been through it. And I think, that's a blessing in disguise. That's a balk. That's a blessing in disguise because although you might have made some mistakes early in your life and you might have cost yourself some money or some time or whatever it may be, you can then use that experience to help bring up the next guy so that they don't, go down the same path. So I think sometimes we go through these experiences early in life so that we have them as a teaching point to give to others, who are coming up who don't know. It's like when our parents grew up, raising us, like they went through some things that we would never have to go through. And then, we didn't have to experience those things because they were there to teach us, hey, this is where I was at when I did this, and this is how that worked out. I don't need you to do that. You need to go do this. So obviously it only works if the person acknowledges that they made mistakes and then they're trying to do better to correct those mistakes. But you got those people out there that don't think they ever do anything wrong and they're still living the same way at 40 that they were living at 19 when they've had opportunities to change and learn and grow and chose to blatantly ignore it. So you do got those people out there, but I would like to think, just based off of everything I've heard from Michael Vick over the years that he is not the same guy that he was when he first came to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that too, Trigger.
I do too.
Michael Vick to Virginia Tech. We need it. All right, let's get these picks in, fellas. Auburn versus Oklahoma. Who y'all got?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
I am gonna go with Oklahoma. Because what is it? John Mateer, maybe a Heisman candidate.
Yeah.
Texas Tech versus Utah.
Utah.
I'm gonna go with Texas Tech. Somebody gotta go against the grain. Florida versus Miami. I'm going Miami.
Kills me to say it. I gotta go. I'm gonna go with the U.
I feel like this game, for whatever reason, as much as I hate Florida, I feel like this is one of them games where they'd be not upset Miami.
DJ Lagway threw 5 picks last week.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, this would be a perfect trap game. Like, Miami would come into it like, oh, yeah, we got them. We saw how they played last week and the week before that. Like, we got them. And then Florida would come in there and just absolutely find a way to win the game. So I'm going to pick Miami, but don't be surprised if Florida win this game.
Miami going to win by 20 plus.
I hope so.
Illinois versus Indiana.
Give me Illinois.
Illinois.
I'm going Indiana. I'm going with Cignetti. The hometown. Well, not the hometown. He coached at what? JMU, right?
Yeah. Don't be surprised if Indiana wins that game, too, because they're at home.
Syracuse at Clemson. So what, the fall of Clemson.
Well, I'll be wanting to pick Clemson, but then I watched them. They got 2 losses already.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, what is going on down there?
Dabo, he don't want to go through. He don't want to do NIL. Go through the portal. He want to do it the traditional way.
Don't worry, he's gonna be at Virginia Tech next year.
I'm about to say, he don't want to evolve.
Give me Clemson. I feel like they have to win.
Yeah,
they have to win.
I took Clemson for the same reason.
They gotta win this game. What the?
All right. Well, our first 20 has turned into our first 45, but that's good. That's great. Let's go to this. Not the NFL awards.
I say, man, it's only the third week.
Are we gonna get to the awards? I
can't believe it's week 3 already, bro. This season already flying by. Like, what the heck? It's like we were waiting forever, and all of a sudden they done played 2 games already.
Y'all want to start with the Panthers, or y'all want to start with the Cowboys?
You start with your Panthers.
Well, we know we got a lot to get off your chest about the Panthers, so
I didn't calm down.
I need you to see. You got to do trigger rants like me. You got to get the video.
I got it recorded. Well, last week I tried to record the one from last game, but I didn't push record, so I was sitting there just talking to the picture screen on my phone, and I was like, I can't recreate this.
Do we have my video for the Cowboys-Eagles game up here?
I do have it, but I have to do a lot to get it. I'll post it.
Oh no, you don't have to. I was just asking. I was just wondering.
So the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers are the best 0-2 team right now.
Optimistic, bro. I like it. Right.
So I was listening to Panthers podcast earlier today. Shout out on. And they posed a question. They said, how many more games do you give Bryce? If it's what I saw first couple drives in first week at the beginning, Bryce, I got 2 more games in me. Especially with me being in person this week, I can't lose to the Falcons at my first game this season.
Ooh, it's gonna be a tough one.
The turnovers, man. We beat Arizona if we don't turn the ball. If we don't get that 7 points. If we kick those field goals after scoring touchdowns, we can kick a field goal to tie it after we got an onside kick. Yeah, I'm worried. Our offensive line. We missing 2 starters, Austin Corbett. I think that's a blessing in disguise with Cade Mays coming in. But Big 50, Robert Hunt, he got a torn bicep, so he's probably gone most of the season. Tet, I like Tet. Tet's the leading rookie wide receiver. 168 yards through 2 games. He's showing he was a top 10 pick, and it was a great choice, and he's a number 1. But his running mate, Xavier Legette, has what? I think he has 10 catches or something on the season for like 10 yards or something like that.
Hmm.
Last game, the second person in NFL history to have 8+ targets and negative yards. He had 8 targets, 2 catches for -2 yards, I believe. So I don't know what's going on with him. To get him in the first round, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all saw me during the game. I was on the fire everybody train at the beginning of that game. Um, but I've calmed down. I've come back. J.C. Horn and Mike Jack are an elite cornerback duo, shutting people down. Um, and yeah, T Mac. I'm looking forward to T Mac. Running game hasn't done anything. Everything else on the defense, our linebackers are not good. The rookie got a sack. Derek Brown is getting back into form. We still thin at safety. I think Latham Ransom should be our starting safety. Um, I think we need another slot cornerback. I love Shaw, but he's not picking up like I think he should. We should start Corey Thornton in the slot, I believe. Ijaro Evero is close to getting all the way up out of here for me as well. But yeah, that's about it. I know we're gonna talk about bottom two. We're bottom two in Havoc Rate. That's a graphic that we saw, so that correlates a lot to what I've been seeing on the field. But again, I think we're gonna turn it around. We're gonna beat the Dirty Birds, and we're gonna go 1-0 this week. Y'all want to talk about the Panthers? Or y'all want to go ahead and get into y'all Cowboys?
Oh no, I'm gonna rely on you
Yeah,
with the Panthers.
yeah. I haven't watched them yet this season, so I know you've been playing pretty
Yeah.
close attention to them.
Oh yeah,
But
every game.
we'll talk about these stank ass Cowboys. Sunday they play the Giants, and they are everything I thought they were. The Cowboys find ways to lose games. The only reason why they won that game is because the Giants are better at finding ways to lose games. Um,
What a take!
that was that defense was an absolute shit show. Everybody talking about Russell Wilson having 450 yards. That man didn't have to read no defenses. He didn't have to read what type of pre-coverage, blitz pickups. All he had to do was to catch the snap and be like, "Fuck it, Malik Neighbors down there somewhere." I ain't never seen so many damn bombs. I thought I was in Baghdad with all them goddamn bombs he was throwing. Like, it was ridiculous. Trayvon Diggs ain't know what he too busy trying to argue with Bubba Dub. Like, what are you doing, man? You are supposed to see, and this is what I said about Trayvon Diggs. Everybody kept talking about, oh well, he gets a lot of picks. Yeah, but he also gives up a lot of yards, and it showed Sunday.
I think he top 5 with Jalen Ramsey and most yards given up.
Yeah, I mean he's always top 5. He's always top 3.
I think Kyer Elam, the other corner we got, leads the team in most yards given up.
Yeah, I mean they were just god awful. I'm like,
He,
yo, y'all can't cover. What did y'all do during practice this week?
yeah, he's
But
been terrible.
but
And when
like
he,
I said, that is the typical Dallas Cowboys. They find ways to lose. But like I said, the only reason why they didn't lose that game because the Giants are better at finding ways to lose. Even though the Giants have a great D line, Dak got sacked. Brandon Aubrey is probably the only positive thing that's on our team. I like that story where his wife was watching football and the kicker missed, and his wife was like, "Well, shit, you can miss better than that," and that's why he's in the NFL. So shout out to wife.
yep.
But yeah, it's nothing surprised me with that team. They can't never play great on all 3 sides of the football. It's either some side of the football is gonna fuck up, and it was the defense. That made no sense. That game made no giving up 37 points to the Giants. I can't tell you the last time the Giants scored 37 points in the game, but it was so awful. Like I said, I don't even watch the Cowboys anymore. I watch Red Zone. Usually, I watch the Cowboys game on no TV. I don't even watch them no more. I watch Red Zone, and I hate when I'm becoming because now it's like I don't really care for the Cowboys. Like it's like if they win, cool. If they lose, cool. I ain't stressing out on them no more.
Yeah, I think the reason why the Giants lost that game was penalties.
Yeah,
Those penalties killed them. Absolutely killed them.
their
And
left tackle.
also,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Trigga.
go ahead, go wait.
I
Yeah,
said
they
their
left
left
tackle.
tackle had 4 penalties in a row. 4 penalties in a row, including a holding and a personal foul. Them motherfuckers still was able to manage to get a field goal.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, so the Giants, they lost that game due to penalties, and they lost that game due to not being able to score in the red zone in the first half. Um, and then throughout the second, it was stretched the second half too, where they couldn't score. But the Cowboys defense did a great job in the red zone, keeping them out of there for as long as they did, because they convert one of those. That's the difference of the game. Um, if the Giants clean up the penalties, they probably win that game. Um, even with all that going against them, they still should have won that game. And Dallas, crazy, they possessed the ball 3 times in overtime. Like, how often does that happen to any team in football where they possess the ball that many times? Like, the other team clearly don't want to win, and you get the ball 3 possessions. You can't get a field goal. At least get in field goal range in one of them possessions. That's crazy to me. But Dallas, I mean, the Giants had the opportunities. You know, the Cowboys should be 0-2. They really should be. But I was happy to see them grind it out. I was happy to see Coach Schottenheimer get his first win as a head coach. Um, I was happy to see the running game, even though that was a great defensive front, the running game was still effective. And the offensive line still protected Dak for the most part. They only sacked him twice. So even with all those, heavy hitters up front, they didn't really get to the quarterback. Dak was still able to do what he was able to do, um, having to go up against that front. So kudos to him for figuring it out, and for offensive coordinator for putting him in position to make him successful against that front seven. CeeDee Lamb was much better. He didn't drop any big passes. He had the biggest catch of the game, I think, on that. I think it was during regulation where he went up over those 2 defenders and caught that jump ball. That was nice. And he was the only one that was going to catch that. Dak threw it to the perfect spot for him to go up and go get it, and he did. And that was a big, big, big catch that kept that drive alive. And ultimately, they ended up going down, and they made something of it. So kudos to CD for the bounce back game. He's been over 100 yards receiving in 2 straight games now. George Pickens had some big catches late in that game. So that was a nice sign from him. I think Javonte Williams has cemented his spot as the RB1 in Dallas. He's had 2 really decent, solid back-to-back weeks to start out. Brandon Aubrey, I mean, do I even need to say anything about him? That man, he's a special player. He's a special player. That kid has got a leg on him. Like he has got a golden leg.
That's what
And
she
I saw I saw a stat earlier that said if the Cowboys start on the 30 or the 35-yard line every possession, all they need to do is get 2 first downs and they're in range. That's it. You want to talk about barely at midfield, and this man is already in field goal range. That puts a lot of pressure on other teams. So it's nice having that weapon in our back pocket, but also it can be a curse too, because the Cowboys, instead of trying to get closer or play for a touchdown, they'll barely get into his range and then run him out there to kick a 60+ yard field goal. And I think we'll see more of those during the season because of how gifted he is when it comes to kicking. But as long as he keeps making them.
And they changed the rule on the K balls this year too.
What's that?
You don't have to just more than 30 minutes before the game. You can use the same ball, I think, throughout the whole year. So now a lot of these balls that they're using are going to be worn in and battle tested. And I think he was saying like they can kick it farther if they have balls like this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's I love Brandon Aubrey, but I don't want to keep relying on him. How many times have we seen kickers are golden and then out of nowhere, they just lose it. I mean, I've seen field goal kicking. I mean, field goal kicking is at an all-time miss this year. I mean, look at Justin Tucker. He was Mr. Automatic. And then last year was one of his worst years of his career. Now, granted, he had off-the-field issues, but I don't want to keep relying on Brandon Aubrey, you know. If anything, I want him to get paid for free. That's my goal as a head coach. Brandon Aubrey should be working for free. I mean, he should be getting paid and doing nothing.
Have extra points.
Yeah, and except for extra points and kickoffs.
Yep.
Overpaid.
Yeah, I love Brandon Aubrey, but I do think this Cowboys offense is good enough to at least put up points and match, other teams that are scoring. What I don't believe in is our defense, because we're also giving up 30 points a game, and that's
the Giants.
The Cowboys are averaging 30 points a game right now through 2 weeks. They're giving up 30.5 through 2 weeks.
That's typical Dallas Cowboys. That is so Dallas Cowboys right there.
So, I mean, the defense has been really good, recently, especially when Dan Quinn was the coordinator. Like, Cowboys had one of the top defenses statistically in all of football for, 2-3 seasons. Like, we led the league, or one of the top teams in turnovers and sacks during that tenure when Dan Quinn was there. We kind of dropped off a little bit with Mike Zimmer, but still, I think we were better under him than we are now under Eberflus. And maybe Eberflus still needs to kind of figure some things out a little bit. Obviously losing Micah Parsons on the edge doesn't help us get better. We signed Davion Clowney, but obviously that's not a fix.
A fix or a facade.
He'll bring in a good veteran presence. He'll help the pass rush. But again, he ain't Micah Parsons out there on the edge. So, I mean, it's something. I mean, he'll come in. I think he'll do good. The guys in up front though, Kenny Clark and Solomon Thomas. If he plays like he did against the Giants for the rest of the season, team's gonna have a hard time running on Dallas. And through the first 2 weeks of the season, Dallas has been pretty good against the run. We gotta give them credit for that.
They be getting passed on.
Well, this is true.
It's like Carolina last year.
But they have, you think about Saquon Barkley in the Eagles game, like Jalen Hurts was not throwing the ball down the field. He couldn't, which is why I don't understand how the week-to-week progress dropped off. I know Deron Bland didn't play, but damn, is he that significant to the point where everybody else was getting burnt up? Like, you shut down A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, but then you let Malik Neighbors and Wan'Dale Robinson get off. Both of them guys was over 150 yards apiece on Dallas this past Sunday. So, like, how does that happen? But, anywho, the Cowboys have been pretty good against the run so far. They held Saquon Barkley to just 60 yards rushing. And then I think, again, for the second week in a row, you have an older Russell Wilson was second in rushing yards against the Cowboys, where Jalen Hurts led his team in rushing. He had more rushing yards than Saquon did in week one. So if we're playing against teams and their quarterback is one of the top rushers, I think the Cowboys' run D is doing something. Now that secondary, we got to do something about that. Like, I don't know, Stephon Gilmore out there, he wasn't terrible, with Dallas. The last year he was with us, he wasn't terrible when he went to Minnesota last year. Minnesota had one of the best defenses in the league last year with Stephon Gilmore there. So we might need to go revisit that or something.
And Clowney was his teammate at South Carolina, or they know each other from South Carolina.
True, also true. So I don't know if we need to go revisit that, because Kyer Elam is not the answer.
Asante Samuel Jr. too.
Asante Samuel Jr. is out there. Trayvon Diggs, not the answer right now. So any receiver, all you gotta do is just run past them.
Well, I mean,
just throw it. Somebody gonna catch it.
We've seen the blueprint on Trayvon Diggs. He is a risk taker. He's not technically sound, and he's been hurt a lot. He will get burnt. He is not technically sound.
Yep.
So,
y'all think he's still hurt? Y'all think he
mentally?
Coming
back off of ACL, I mean, I think
They
obviously
usually
that
say take a year.
the Achilles, like yeah, it takes a while. Sometimes it takes a full season for a player to even get used to getting back. So we might not see what he's going to be like until next season before he's fully, back. But he might not be either. That's the other part of it because again, injuries like that just changes players. So I don't know. We'll see. But all I know is it didn't seem like he was bothered by it in week 1, and he had 10 days off just to come out there and get absolutely roasted
That's
by
true.
Malik Neighbors. So what gives?
All right. Well, we might. I don't want to lose brother Miles. He over there like he. It's just, I know it's getting late. So let's get these picks in, fellas. Dolphins versus Bills.
Give me
Thursday night football.
Give me Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo. Miami just
Bounce back game
Buffalo.
for Miami.
Nah, I don't see it.
I'm
Mike
going with
McDaniel,
Buffalo.
Mike McDaniel might get fired mid-season.
He can
Tyreek
come to
Hill,
Carolina.
they done interviewed him, and he trying his best not to. Like he laughing to keep from crying right now.
He got a lot going on too.
Yes,
Um.
again laughing to keep from crying. So yeah, yeah,
All right.
Buffalo.
We all went Buffalo. All right. Bengals versus Vikings. Jake Browning versus Carson Wentz.
Battle of the backups. Give me
Give
the
me
Vikings.
give me Vikings. So JJ McCarthy's out?
Yeah, he
Yes.
out for 2 to 4 weeks.
Oh wow.
Yes. I think he sprained his ankle.
Yeah, high ankle sprain. Y'all said Vikings.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz over Jake Browning. Yeah, I'm going Vikings as well. I'm coming, Chad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Chad. Probably the Bills because my Dolphins suck. I sure hope so.
They need to blow that whole organization up.
Lady Ray gonna see her Dolphins in person lose to the
Like
Panthers. So,
rename the team and all that.
um, I don't know. I think the Dolphins can turn it around, man.
I don't think so.
Texans versus Jaguars.
Give me the Texans.
Mm.
I'm going to Jags.
This is
Texans
a
ain't
tough.
doing good.
This is a tough game for me, yeah, because I ain't seen it from C.J. Stroud yet. I was not
Actually,
impressed the other night. Give me the Jags too.
but I don't know because Trevor Cohen. I mean, no, not Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence fighting.
Fight.
I'm gonna go Jags. Yeah, they
Give
got
me
an
the
argument.
Jags.
Trevor he waved him off when he said something to the on the sideline. Trevor Lawrence waved
Yeah, he
off
was
Liam Cohen.
indicating to hit the receiver in his chest. Hit the receiver in his chest. I guess he was trying to help correct Trevor Lawrence, and he just brushed him off, waved him
So
off.
trouble already. All right, we got the Colts versus the Titans. I'm going with the Colts. Are
Oh
the Colts
yeah.
Super Bowl contenders? Danny Dimes.
I wouldn't. Not too fast. I mean, he's had 2 great weeks. They should probably win again this week. So I go with Indianapolis, but let's just see how he does.
Mhm.
Give him a few more weeks.
Hey,
But
Shane
sometimes,
Steichen saw him when he was with Philly.
change the scenery. Do be, some guys just absolutely thrive.
Yeah. All right, we got the Steelers versus the Patriots.
Ooh.
That has the potential to be a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
I'm gonna
No,
go.
I'm not going again. I'm going to steal Aaron Rodgers. Come on, baby.
But Pittsburgh's defense has been putrid.
Drake May he played pretty good last week too.
Yeah, give me New England, man. I'm gonna take New England. And shout out to Stephon Diggs having a baby with Cardi B. Well, I guess it's a congratulations.
I asked,
I'm
I, I,
assuming.
I asked Lady Ray that earlier. I think was that what the Mallz message was about? I didn't want to get it.
Nah, my Mallz Message was something else.
Okay.
I'll talk about it in my final thoughts.
But yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing. Yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing. Y'all city girls and all that. I ain't gonna say nothing. Raiders versus Commanders. Jaden Daniels is not playing this week. I think it's back up there too, but I'm not sure.
Whether he plays or not, Washington.
Honestly, I'm gonna still take the Commanders.
Y'all taking Washington whether he plays or not.
Yeah.
Yes. Geno Smith was not it.
Austin Eckler tore his Achilles.
Mm-hmm. Jimmy Washington, they'll still beat him.
I'm going with Raiders. Tom Brady gonna be in the booth getting the
Put me
secrets.
put me
He
down
was in the
for
booth Monday night and they got shellacked.
put me down for the for New England and New England Pittsburgh game.
New England. I got you
Yeah.
for New England. Yep. All right. Panthers Falcons.
Give me the
So
Falcons.
sorry ass out of here.
Dang, that's fucked up to say, Trigga.
I'm sorry. I was talking to my starting pitcher.
Who you going with?
Give me the Falcons.
You got Trigga.
Atlanta. I'm sorry.
For the sake of integrity, I'm going with the Panthers.
Surprise, surprise.
Hey, we beat them out. We at home. Bryce just threw his highest yards last week, so hopefully him and Tech get more comfortable. Actually, O-line hurt. I'm going with the Falcons. Their pass rush is doing well right now too. James Pierce, Jalen Walker, Aurora. I can't say his name. Aurora. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Falcons. Broncos versus the Chargers. I'm going to Chargers. Broncos ain't looking too good.
I'm going to Chargers.
Saints Seahawks. Saints don't look bad.
Seahawks.
Hey, Spencer Rattler. Spencer Rattler looking good, y'all.
Seahawks.
I'm going Seahawks as well. Bears Cowboys.
Can we have two losers?
Dallas.
I'm going Dallas too.
Give me Dallas because I'm not confident in Chicago. That's the only reason.
They lost Jalen Johnson too, so y'all should be able to pass the ball. All right. Green Bay versus the Browns.
Give me Green Bay.
Green Bay.
I'm going Green Bay too. LA versus Philly. Ooh.
I'm taking
NFC
the
rematch.
Give me LA.
I'm going LA too, Mallz.
What was the last one?
LA versus Atlanta versus. Oh, no, I'm tripping. LA versus Philly.
Ooh, Philly.
Ooh, Trigga going Philly. We got Tyrod Taylor versus Baker Mayfield with the Jets versus the Bucks.
Give me the Bucks.
Bucks.
I got the Bucks too. Baker Mayfield looking good. Cardinals San Fran. Brock Purdy may play this week.
San Fran.
Give me the Cardinals.
I'm going with San Fran too because the Cardinals we almost beat the Cardinals with all the turnovers we had. KC versus New England for Sunday Night Football. Oh wow!
Give me KC. I think that Patrick Mahomes not going 0-3.
You said is that New York? That's New York, ain't it?
New York Giants. Yep.
Yeah, Kansas City. Yeah, they're not gonna start 0-3.
I'm going to Giants.
Oh wow!
The Chiefs' offensive line against the Giants' offensive line and the receiver situation. And if Russ can throw for 450 again,
the
Chiefs. Hey, Trent McDuffie ain't been looking hot either. So, and Monday Night Football, Mr. 5 touchdown himself, Jared Goff versus Lamar Jackson.
Baltimore.
Ooh, yeah, that's a tough one, man. Give me Detroit, man. I'm gonna go with Detroit.
Ooh.
Baltimore.
I'm going Baltimore too. I think Derrick Henry gonna have a big game.
Yeah, he played like shit, man.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna do it 2 weeks in a row. Not happening.
I think he's gonna have a big game. All right, let's get into this one. NFL Awards watch. Who y'all got MVP so far?
Man, I ain't.
Come on, who you got MVP, Mallz? Go ahead.
I don't even know. It's been 2 games. I guess. I mean, I don't know. I guess. Ooh. I'm trying to think. Who's 2-0?
Well, give me your preseason. Who would be your? Did we do preseason? I think we did do preseason. I can't.
Well, I would say Joe Burrow, but he got hurt. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
What about Well, yeah, it's right. It is tough. Defensive player of the year, all that kind. Well, I don't know. Micah, they said Micah might be defensive player of the year.
No.
Well,
That
so
sack
far,
against
yeah,
Detroit came what 59 minutes in the
Yeah,
game.
garbage time.
that's what he
I
does.
I think Tet and I'm sorry, T Mac and Tyler Warren are fighting for rookie of the year right now on the offensive side.
Yeah, Tyler Warren's been balling.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the Colts again.
Defensive rookie of the year. It's probably one of them boys in Atlanta: Billy Bowman, Xavier Watts. I don't know. I don't think of it's like a offensive player of the year.
Maybe Malik. Well, I wouldn't even say
Malik Nate
Malik.
could be Malik if he getting yards.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry.
Man, let's review this back
Yeah, we got
mid-season.
mid-season. We come back mid-season. All right. So it is getting a little bit late. We had one more topic, but you wanna briefly touch it, or y'all wanna save it for another time?
We'll save it for another time.
What's the last topic?
It was gonna be why good faith debates matter, and then the Mallz message. But I think we can, or we hit on it in the beginning, so I think we could save the bigger conversation for another time and tie it into something else. Cause it's 9:30, and I still gotta eat dinner.
Me too.
Yeah, it's some Mediterranean salad down there, but I didn't want to eat while I was on here. But then I heard Mallz eating. I was like, damn, I should have ate.
So you don't eat. This man been cooking whole meals in front of us on the show before.
Mallz is over there fucking something up, listening to basketball. I was like, damn, I should be eating right now, but I was trying to get all this stuff straight.
This man don't care nothing about eating on the show. He cooking meals and everything. I'm trying to cook asparagus and all that.
Hey, I cooked some good steak, and I made some mashed potatoes from scratch yesterday. Hey. But all right, let's get into our outro, fellas. Panthers, I need a win, man. I'm in person. My first game as a PSL owner this week. I need a win. I need a win. I need a win. Virginia Tech, you some dirty bitches. Matoka, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know, like, what the hell. Like,
they were senior heavy last year, and they're on a rebuilding course.
how we gonna come on, man? Don't know other teams around here be rebuilding. They just reload. But yeah, that's about it for me. What about y'all?
For me, black folks, when you go to an event and that shit say a certain time, don't stay after that time. God damn it, when it's time to go home.
Go home before it closes.
Huh?
I said go home before the event time goes.
Yeah, like no sense.
You know why we stay after?
The event ends at 6 o'clock. Right? You should not be still dancing at 6:20.
You know why
that ain't bad,
Mallz.
Why?
Because they ain't there on time.
Well, yeah, you right.
If you stay late, you on the cleanup committee.
Yeah, these motherfuckers come 45 minutes late, and then they get them 45 minutes back on the end.
I'm sorry, I interrupted your Mallz.
That was it. I'll dig deep into it next show.
Trigga.
Oh yeah, I ain't got much, man. Just we're getting close to playoff baseball here.
Hey,
we kind of already know who's going to be in it for the most part. We got a couple teams that's still in the race, still hanging in there. Some things might change up here in the next week or two. It's going to be interesting on both sides, the National League, but really the American League. It's like 4 teams on the outside looking in right now that could potentially be in. So it's getting exciting. NBA starting up here soon.
Yep. Training camp is next week.
Is on the horizon. So NBA is back. Obviously, the football season has started. We're underway. We're already on week 3 in the NFL. A lot of good things happening. So I'm just looking forward to having more things to talk about, more things to get into.
Hey, we're going to get into that golf. We got to get into that golf because, I wear it all the time. I'm an athlete. I'm an athlete on the golf course.
Hey, golfers are athletes.
But yeah, Bryce, turnovers got to stop. T-Mac, let's eat. JC and Jack holding it down. Please, y'all send in some rants for us. Send in some questions. Send in some topics. Let us know. You can follow us on Elon Musk platform X. And yeah, I'm B Wise.
I'm Trigga.
I'm Mallz.
And this has been Ballas. We don't got an outro yet, but we just gonna leave. So we appreciate y'all.
Six.
Peace.